And the next book is called Amelia Bedelia, and it's by Parrish. Oh, Amelia Bedelia, your first day of work, but I can't be here. But I made a list for you, so you know what to do and see what the list says, said Mrs. Rogers. Mrs. Rogers got into the car with Mr. Rogers, and they drove away. Well, they didn't give her much instruction, did they? So we'll see what's on the list. My, what nice folks. I'm going to like working here, said Amelia Bedelia. I hope she's right. Amelia Bedelia went inside. Such a grand house. These must be rich folks. But I must get to work. I hear I can't just stand looking with a whole list of things to do. Amelia stood there a few minutes longer. I think I'll make a surprise for them. I'll make lemon meringue pie. I do make good pies. We'll see. So, Amelia Bedelia went into the kitchen. She put a little of this and a pinch of that into a bowl. She mixed and she rolled, and soon her pie was ready to go into the oven. There, said Amelia Bedelia, that's done. Here's all her ingredients, and here she is, ready to put her beautiful pie in the oven. Now let's see what this list says. Amelia Bedelia says, change the towels in the great bathroom. Amelia Bedelia found the green, it's green, I'm sorry, in the green bathroom. She found the green towels. These towels are very nice. Why change them? She thought. Then Amelia Bedelia remembered what Mrs. Rogers had said. She must do just what the list told her. Well, all right, said Amelia Bedelia. So Amelia Bedelia got some scissors and snipped a little here and a little there, and she changed those towels. There, said Amelia Bedelia. She looked at her list again. Dust the furniture. Did you ever hear of such a thing? Hear tell of such a silly thing? At my house, we undust the furniture. But to each his own way. Bedelia looked at the bathroom. She saw a big box with words, dusting powder, on it. Well, look at that. A special powder to dust with, exclaimed Amelia Bedelia. So Amelia Bedelia dusted the furniture. That should be dusty enough. How nice it smells. Draw the drapes when the sun comes in, read Amelia Bedelia. She looked up. The sun was coming in. Amelia Bedelia looked at the list again. Draw the drapes? That's what it says. I'm not of a hand at drawing, but I'll try. So Amelia sat right down and she drew those drapes. Bedelia marked off about the drapes. Now what? Put the lights out when you finish in the living room. Bedelia thought about this a minute. She switched off the lights. Then she carefully unscrewed each bulb. And Amelia Bedelia put the lights out. So these things need to be aired out too, just like pillows and babies. Oh, I do have a lot to learn. So there she is, airing out the bulbs. That isn't exactly her terminology, but she's on the tree. Okay, the next item on the list, measure 2 cups of rice. That's next, said Amelia Bedelia. Amelia Bedelia found 2 cups and filled them with rice. And Amelia Bedelia measured that rice. So she has a tape measure, and she's measuring the rice. Amelia Bedelia laughed. These folks do want me to do funny things. And she poured the rice back into the container. The meat market will deliver a steak and a chicken. Please trim the fat before you put the steak in the icebox. And please dress the chicken. When the meat arrived, Amelia Bedelia opened the bag. She looked at the steak for a long time. Yes, she said, that will do nicely. Now I must dress the chicken. I wonder if she wants a he chicken or a she chicken, said Amelia Bedelia. Amelia Bedelia went right to work. Soon the chicken was finished. What do you think? Is it going to be a he chicken or a she chicken dressed? And now the Rogers are back, and Mr. Rogers says, Amelia Bedelia, why are all the light bulbs outside? The list just said put the lights out, said Amelia Bedelia. It didn't say to bring them back in. Oh, I do hope they didn't get aired too long. The sun will fade the furniture. I ask you to draw the drapes, said Mrs. Rogers. I did. See? Said Amelia Bedelia, and she held up her picture, her drawing of the drapes. Mr. Rogers went in to wash his hands. I say, he called, these are very unusual towels. Mrs. Rogers dashed into the bathroom. Oh, my best towels, she said. Didn't I change them enough? Asked Amelia Bedelia. Uh-oh, they do look different than the towels used to. Her best towels. Oh, dear. Mrs. Rogers went to the kitchen. I'll cook the dinner. Where is the rice I asked you to measure? I put it back in the container, but I remembered I measured 4.5 inches, said Amelia Bedelia. Was the meat delivered? Asked Mrs. Rogers. Yes, said Amelia Bedelia. I trimmed the fat, just like you said. It does look nice. Look at all those nice trimmings around the steak. Mrs. Rogers rushed to the icebox. She opened it. Lace! Ribbons! Oh dear, said Mrs. Rogers. Mrs. Rogers was angry, very angry. She opened her mouth. Mrs. Rogers went to tell Amelia Bedelia she was fired. But before she could get the words out, Mr. Rogers put something in her mouth. It was so good, Mrs. Rogers forgot about being angry. Lemon meringue pie, she exclaimed. I made it to surprise you, Amelia Bedelia said happily. And right then and there, Mr. and Mrs. Rogers decided that Amelia Bedelia must stay. And so she did. Mrs. Rogers learned to say, undust the furniture, unlight the lights, close the drapes, and things like that. Mr. Rogers didn't care if Amelia Bedelia trimmed all of his steaks with lace. All he cared about was having her there to make lemon meringue pie. There.